COVID affected you?
Well, I guess it's affected me from the limits of what I can do. I've been very fortunate that I've stayed healthy. My family stayed healthy, so that's been a positive. But I miss teaching students in person, like having everybody here and the things that we would normally do. I miss that. I I have kids, and losing out on all their sports and activities that they usually would get to do was kind of sad, and missed out on that stuff as well. So nothing that we've been hurt by, but I mean, just the things we've missed out on probably.
How are you taking care of yourself during this pandemic?
Well, I'm just wear a mask whenever I go outside and go to the store and different things. Try to stay socially distant, wash my hands a lot, just kind of be careful. When I'm out and about, I'm kind of the designated person in the house who goes out. My wife kind of stays home with the kids a little more, so I just make sure I'm really careful. But like I said, luckily it's been so far so good.
What do you think is the best way to avoid COVID-19?
Well, I think just kind of following the guidelines that the national doctors and sort of stuff have sort of said seem like the best way to do it. Wearing your mask when you're there, trying to stay distant when possible. Limiting your contact with people that you can. I think those are all things that seem like they help if you do those the right way.
If you were to choose to go back online or in person, which one would you rather choose and why?
I would rather be in person. I understand why some people are hesitant to do so, and I totally get that, and I respect their decisions. But I do think that something is lost for students and their learning by being remote. I think it's better for them to be in person. I think they get more out of the class. I think the class functions better when everyone is together and talking and having discussions and stuff together. It's difficult to do that remotely, I think. So.
What are some things that you can do to help others that have been affected by the virus?
Well, I think, again, trying to make sure, I think if everyone stays safe and does the best that they can to avoid things, then we limit the number of people that get infected. And if the people who are getting infected is lower, then it's easier for doctors to take care of them. And then the hospitals don't get overcrowded. So it seems like that would be the best way to do it.
How has COVID affected you, like in general?
Relationship-wise, it's affected me because some friends are more comfortable getting together. Some friends are not. So it's really changed the fact that I'm not able to go out and, go out to dinner with my friends or hang out with them as much as I would like. So that's definitely impacted things. And a big impact would be school, having to be remote most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. How are you taking care of yourself during this pandemic?
One thing I've really gotten into is running. So I've got a treadmill, so I run inside, even though I hate the treadmill. But staying exercise, being active, if it's nice outside, I'll go walk around my neighborhood. I know I said the thing with the friends, but talking to them, calling them at least. That's been kind of the biggest part, keeping in contact with people, Zoom, call on the phone, text. Yeah. And then just keeping active.
Okay. What do you think is the best way to avoid COVID-19?
Practicing the social distancing, I think, is big. Wearing masks, and keep just in general when it's cold and flu season, making sure you're washing your hands and kind of just staying. Yeah, I think that's it. Keeping yourself. Washing hands if you need to, take medicine as soon as you feel it, but definitely the spreading of germs around people. So staying your distance and wearing masks.
Okay. If you were able to choose between classes online or in person, which one would you and why?
This whole the hybrid where some kids are in person and some are on Zoom is the hardest thing for me. But I like it being in person because you can talk, you can get to know each other, but then it's really easy for me to help people because a lot of students are shy and it's hard for them to say, hey, I don't get it because they're afraid. So if I'm in person, it's easy to see and then I can help people out a lot easier in person.
What are some things that you can do to help others that have been affected by the virus?
It's so hard to help others in terms of if they're sick, but I've had some friends who have gotten sick and it's just checking in via text to see how they're doing, dropping off food. I've dropped off some food to my friends who are not feeling well. I've also sent little packages through Amazon to kind of make their day. But I think that's something that you can do. Just, help out wherever you feel like you need it in terms of if they need food or if they just need someone to talk to. That's kind of what I try and do.